You can make the high-fat plan work, no expensive specialty foods or supplements required. The ketogenic diet is a type of diet that makes people completely overhaul their eating habits. The high in fat, very low carb plan is extremely different from what's often referred to as the standard American diet, which is high in sugar, saturated fat, sodium, and grains, and low in vegetables, fruits, and healthy oils. So it makes sense that you may think revamping the way you eat on a keto diet is going to require fancy keto-friendly foods and expensive grocery store runs. Luckily, that doesn't have to be the case. You can absolutely make keto work on a budget, says Bonnie Nasser, a registered dietitian-nutritionist in Freehold, New Jersey, who promotes a plant-based Mediterranean ketogenic diet. Also consider the long view. If you're following keto on the recommendation of your doctor as part of your treatment plan for a medical condition, eating a nutrient-dense version of the ketogenic diet may lead to health improvements. Essentially, this may decrease healthcare costs down the road. You're going to come out ahead when you're eating healthier, says Nasser. 1. Skip the fancy, packaged keto diet foods. Once a diet becomes trendy, as keto has, companies are quick to hop on the bandwagon and develop keto-compliant foods, like meal replacement bars, fat bombs, or shakes. You don't need these things to be successful on a keto diet, says Nasser. Not only that, but relying on these foods too much takes you away from a great benefit of keto, eating fewer packaged foods. Keto bars or cookies are processed foods. The idea behind the keto diet, particularly as one form of treatment for specific diseases, is to go for a whole foods approach, not a processed one, Nasser says. Aside from your health, another benefit of skipping packaged keto foods is that they're really pricey. When it comes to cost and nutrition, a handful of nuts will beat out a packaged keto bar. 2. Don't forget to add non-starchy veggies to your plate. Keto is so focused on fats and proteins that it's easy for veggies to get pushed to the wayside. And while it's true that they supply carbohydrates and that many have to be limited, you should bulk up all your meals with vegetables, advises Stephen Herman, Ph.D., the Director of Program Development and Training for Profile Sanford, a division of Sanford Health, a health system based in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Veggies such as spaghetti squash, cauliflower, and lettuce can go a long way to adding volume and heart-healthy fiber to your meals. Pre-cut veggies, including bagged cauliflower rice, or packaged zucchini noodles, may be convenient, but they're also more expensive. One money-saving key is to buy them in their whole form and take the time to watch a couple of YouTube videos on how to cut and chop them like a pro. 3. Choose your cuts of meat wisely. There's a wide distribution of meat prices, with factors such as where you live, where you shop, the cut of meat, and the type of meat, pasture-raised, organic, and the like, affecting the price tag. You'll want to pay attention to those dollar signs and be strategic. In general, says Nasser, if you're craving beef, skip the ribeye and go for a roast cut, which tends to be cheaper. Ribeye at Target is currently $13.99 per pound (lb), while chuck roast is $5.99 per lb. Similarly, bone-in pork chops are more expensive, $3.99 per pound at Target, compared with a pork shoulder roast, $2.79 per pound, especially since with the former option you're paying for the weight of the bone. Chicken thighs are also generally one of the more budget-friendly meats you can buy. They're a steal at $1.96 per pound at Walmart when compared with a boneless skinless breast at $4.64 per lb. 4. Shop at Trader Joe's or the go-to bargain grocery store in your area. Trader Joe's is certainly a favorite grocery store right now, and for good reason. Their prepared foods are inventive, and the real win is that their produce tends to be cheaper, says Nasser. If you shop at Trader Joe's, you'll get more bang for your buck when it comes to vegetables, she says. If you don't have a TJ's in your hometown, peruse the farmer's market or hit your local bargain grocery store. The point is, healthy eating that doesn't hurt your wallet, on keto or otherwise, requires doing a little bargain hunting. You can find additional savings with a little comparison shopping, says Nasser. 5. Buy these beans to keep carbs low and heart-healthy, protein high. One of the biggest tricks of the trade in lowering your grocery bill is buying beans. But on a keto diet, most beans offer far too many carbs. For example, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, 1/2 cup of canned, low-sodium black beans has more than 11 grams of net carbs. You can calculate net carbs, which keto dieters often count instead of total carbs, by subtracting the fiber and sugar alcohols from the total carbs, according to Atkins.com. One of the exceptions, black soybeans, says Nasser, who recommends this bean variety for her keto clients. You can pick up an entire can of organic black soybeans for a couple of dollars, and a 1/2 cup portion packs only 1 gram of net carbs. The serving also offers 7 grams of fiber, which will help keep your digestive system healthy, a major plus when you consider all the uncomfortable tummy trouble that keto can cause. Another bean option Nasser recommends? Lapini beans, a brined white snacking bean. For a 1/4 cup portion of one brand, Cento, you get just 2 grams of net carbs, along with 1 gram of fiber. 6. Find frozen, not fresh, berries to get your keto fruit fix. If you're choosing to include fruit in your keto diet, you'll do so in limited amounts. After all, a medium apple contains more than 20 grams of net carbs. So the fruit options are few. That's where berries come in, because they tend to be high in fiber and lower in net carbs compared with other fruits. They can be expensive, except when you buy a big bag of them frozen. They won't go bad in your fridge and go to waste, and you can portion out a small amount at a time to add to a keto smoothie, or thaw them to use as a syrup-like topping on keto pancakes. A 1/4 cup of frozen raspberries has 3.4 grams of net carbs. 7. Join a meat share to nab deals on beef, pork, and more. Depending on where you live, there may be local farms or butcher shops that offer the chance to purchase a whole, half, or quarter cow, says Nasser. The upfront costs are higher, but it's a great way to buy in bulk and save a serious amount on the per-pound price. For instance, one farm raising grass-fed cattle in Wisconsin lists a quarter cow, 150 to 180 pounds, at $3.65 per pound, including a processing fee. The total can be upwards of $800. The cuts will come frozen. What's more, if you're interested in buying more environmentally friendly sources of meat, you can save money by making the investment in one of these meat shares, and even getting it sent to you if there are no farms nearby that have this offering. For instance, an online subscription company that offers 100% grass-fed, humanely raised meats, Primal Pastures, says a whole beef share will cost $3,000, which is 300 pounds, and saves $5 per pound on their typical beef prices. Plus, you'll get a range of cuts that will inspire you to get creative in the kitchen. 8. Skip organic, grass-fed, and free-range. Many keto advocates suggest buying grass-fed or free-range meats and organic vegetables. That's great advice, but if you're low on cash, know that these varieties aren't required for you to lose weight on the keto diet. If you've been eating a standard American diet, you can make a lot of headway when it comes to your health by focusing on the bigger picture and worrying about the details later on, says Dr. Herman. The goal is to move toward a pattern of noshing on whole, fresh foods, including conventional, non-organic produce and proteins. Later on, if you desire and your budget allows, you may want to explore organic options. If you're worried that conventional vegetables are inferior or you'll be harming your body in some way because organic is out of your budget, check out the resource Safe Fruits and Veggies. The nonprofit represents both organic and conventional fruit and vegetable farmers and can help put any fears to rest. 9. Opt for eggs to get healthy fat on the cheap. Eggs are some of most cost-effective foods out there, and they're completely okay on keto. One large egg has 4.8 grams fat, 0.4 grams carbs, and 6.3 grams protein, which can easily fit into your macro goals. What's more, in 2018 a dozen eggs cost $1.25 on average. That's just 10 cents per egg, according to the Farm Bureau. Scramble with dark leafy greens and top with cheese for breakfast, or cook into a frittata for lunch or dinner. 10. Get comfortable with meal planning to reduce food waste. One of the most eye-opening stats about our eating habits, households waste, on average, $1,500 worth of food every year, according to SaveTheFood.com, which is run by the Natural Resources Defense Council (NRDC). That applies no matter what diet you're on, keto or not. Proper meal planning, which is, essentially, a commitment to eating leftovers, cooking up wilted or softened veggies, learning proper storage tips, and planning meals before grocery shopping are all things that can help reduce the amount you toss, the website suggests. 11. Focus on high-fat, low-cost oils from plants. Avocados are delicious on a keto diet, but if they're out of the picture because they cost too much where you live, get your fats through oils. Avocado oil is going to be a cheaper option than fresh avocados, says Nasser. You won't get the fiber from a fresh avocado, but it will offer a source of monounsaturated fats that are heart-healthy and will help you add fat to your meals to stay in ketosis. She also recommends extra virgin olive oil. These oils can be purchased at lower cost from inexpensive retailers like Target. Their store brand, Market Pantry, sells a 50-ounce bottle for about $12. When buying a big quantity like this, keep it in a cool, dark cupboard, not right next to the stove or in the fridge, recommends the North American Olive Oil Association. 12. Buy keto-friendly nuts, like almonds and walnuts, in bulk. One of the most common money-saving tips you'll hear is the call to buy in bulk. That's great, provided you have the space and adequate memory to eat them before they expire. Keep in mind that buying in bulk also opens you up to the threat of food waste, so it's important to choose the foods you buy in large quantities wisely, and store them properly. If you have a membership at a wholesale store like Costco or Sam's Club, not only can you score great deals on large quantities of meat and oils, but also specialty items that tend to cost more at the store, like nuts. Costco, for instance, sells 3-pound bags of almonds for around $15. Almonds are keto-friendly, 1 ounce, or 22 kernels, has 14.9 grams fat, 2.3 grams net carbs, and 6 grams protein. As a bonus, they stay fresh for a long time. According to the Almond Board of California, keeping them in a cool, dry place will help them stay fresh for up to 2 years. A final word on following the keto diet on a budget. You don't have to break the bank with your new keto lifestyle. Most importantly, you can follow this plan while eating good quality, nutritious foods. Sometimes, the costs may seem higher at the outset, as you contemplate buying a tub of almonds or a handle of Ivu, but remember this, you're purchasing the fuel for your body and investing in your health, says Herman.